Hello friends! Today we are in Italy, at the foggy outskirts of the city of Ravenna, which is quite famous because it managed to be the capital of 3 states. And of course, the most interesting period fell on the Western Roman Empire. It was when those samples of culture of early Christianity appeared here, the famous basilicas, 8 of which are included in the UNESCO World Heritage List, due to their amazing mosaics. In 1987, entrepreneur and visionary Leo Placuzzi decided to revisit the history of Ravenna mosaics and created the Sicis company, which we will visit today. At the time of the establishment of the company, of course, the tradition of mosaics in Ravenna was still strong. And then and now, mosaic masters are trained at the Ravenna Academy of Arts. But Leo Placuzzi decided to create a new enterprise and introduce mosaics into interiors and make it more popular. Before that, it was used mainly for restoration work and for decorating public objects and small architecture. Probably, if there was a subway in Ravenna, then it would be also decorated with mosaics. Leo traveled to Venice, found a craftsman on the island of Murano and hired him to create a brand new factory. He did not buy ready-made equipment for the production of mosaics, but developed with the help of his master an absolutely unique one. As for the recipe, it also differs from what was accepted at that time. He didn't use artificial dyes, but suggested using natural ones. This made it possible to create a mosaic that was as lively and heterogeneous as possible. Each chip is different in tone, each chip is different in its surface and accordingly in its mood. And this technology made it possible to create the first collection, which was very well received. Starting with Murano's Malta, Sicis began to develop their range and their color palette, and offered different options. This is both a translucent mosaic and a mosaic with an iridescent effect. This is a mosaic with an aventurine, and it is also a mosaic with different surfaces. For example, there is a tide surface, which is nothing more than surf waves. A little later, the tephra mosaic appeared, which imitates volcanic rock. Also, in addition to the standard 15 by 15 mm format, a smaller 10 by 10 mm appeared, which allows you to create pixel decors, as well as various other shapes and formats. For example, diamond in form of rhombus, which can be laid in various ways, or crystal in the form of a hexagon, which also makes it possible to create various patterns. The Antigua collection is a mosaic with so-called antique edge. After manufacturing, it is tumbled in a special way, where it scrolls and gets these very interesting edges, which create the effect of antiquity, and the mosaic itself looks like a marble. However, Sicis also has a separate marble collection. In order to add luxurious accents to the mosaic palette, Sicis created the Colibri collection, which is a colored transparent glass with either natural gold or natural silver leaf. It has a unique depth and texture. 2 collections have been created for floor use, Neoglass and Neocolibri. The mosaic has a thickness of 6 mm and very unusual shapes. These are ovals, circles, flowers, which are called petit fleurs, and the wonderful shape of clover, and a square mosaic which has an enlarged size of 20 by 20 mm. All this incredible variety of shades and textures, of course, may seem very difficult to master. In order to make it easier for you to navigate, Sicis has created such a colorpedia. This is a book in which all shades from all collections are distributed by color, so it will be very easy for you to choose the one that suits your interior. Exactly the same Colorpedia is now on the Sicis website, and it's even easier to navigate there. It is especially convenient that each color, each shade is filmed in high resolution, thus you can look at any mosaic from different angles and really get an idea of what it really is. Of course, Sicis has gained immense popularity and notoriety for its famous decors, which can be done in a variety of techniques. They can be made using a regular mosaic, using a mosaic with a reduced pixel, this one 10 by 10 mm, and this, by the way, also looks very cool, because it allows you to detail the picture as much as possible, especially considering that very wide palette of colors. And of course, there is also an artistic mosaic, which is cut by hand, and here we see smoother, more lively lines. This is a result of skillful work of the craftsmen here at the Sicis factory. Of course, you can have wider possibilities with the combination of these techniques. It allows you to get a rather interesting product and balance the budget in a certain way. For example, for commercial projects this may matter primarily due to the volume. By the way, a pixel mosaic can also be a little more lively if multi-directional layout of some graphic designs is used. Thanks to the possibilities of artistic mosaics of Sicis, a lot of very particular collections have been created. We all remember a famous flowers from the Flower Power collection. The Orientale collection, naturally with oriental motifs including some Chinese vases, has gained great popularity. All this was very impressive and attracted a large number of visitors to the booths of Sicis at all international exhibitions. The Golden Collection circulated around literally all news publications and portals when it appeared in the famous Dubai Burj Al Arab hotel. And by the way, interestingly, in this Golden Collection the drawing itself looks so alive, again due to the combination of different surfaces, a flat mosaic and a mosaic with a tight texture. The translucent mosaic can be used as a vitrage, and it can be combined also with vitrid. This is one of the latest developments from Sicis, and in this way you can create light panels. Also, the mosaic can be used even on lamps, and this shows another property of the mosaics. Due to the very small thickness, you can lay out curved surfaces even on some sculptures, flower pots, or other decorative elements. To create truly artistic works, Sicis invites external designers and artists. A very cool collection of yakuchu, respectively the designs of which the Japanese artists came up with. These designs later migrated on the fabrics of Sicis home. And if you are not satisfied with the ready-made stories, then you can offer your own, or they can even make you a portrait, or maybe a portrait of your significant one. In this case, you will receive it in a custom size and already framed. And of course, nobody limits you combining Sicis artistic mosaics with other materials that the company has in its range. You can combine with marble mosaics or water-jet marble designs, or even vitrid. And if that seems too expensive to you, Sicis also offers quite impressive but more budget-friendly options. This is Structura, which has mosaics of various forms and very interesting combinations, and it can be either flat or of different thickness. Then you get a very interesting volume, and this mosaic can combine both smelter and natural marble. And besides this, you can even add a motif, and then you will get a very lively picture. You also get a very lively picture with fibers collection, which is literally thin sticks or raindrops flowing down the glass. A very distinctive collection indeed, and it has gained corresponding popularity for using in hammams and shower spaces due to this effect. The diamond collection, depending on the styling, also gives you very different optical effects. I love the design called willows, where you can really see the branches cascading down the wall, which gives you a kind of peaceful feeling. You can combine diamond with heraldic decors, which can be randomly arranged. These elements have the forms of hexagons, stars or diamonds. The second and very important part of Sicis range is marble mosaics. Mosaics that is created from natural stone. Of course, given the natural possibilities, the color palette here is not so wide, but thanks to the creative approach we get a piece of art. First of all, they are popular as marble rugs that are laid on the floor, and they can also be made in various techniques. And what is most interesting, they can have details made of smelter too. The Cosmati collection is an allusion to the floors laid out in the Florentine and Roman temples. It gained immense popularity when was presented to the market. The collection is made using the waterjet technique and also has great customization options, including adding glass mosaic inserts. It is also worth mentioning that Sicis is a manufacturer of unique metal mosaics. This patented technology allows metal to be deposited on a polymer base, therefore the metal does not corrode, it does not peel off and doesn't fall off, unlike similar products made in Southeastern Asia. Now, this aesthetic of course is not very popular, but nevertheless it can be used in some special projects. These mosaics can also be used inside pools, and this makes it really unique, because for this application medical steel is used, which doesn't rust at all and most importantly is not affected by chemicals that may be in the pool water. One of the latest technological developments of Sicis is the Vetrit material. This is a unique technology. A special film with certain design is sealed between two glasses. Using the same technology, it is possible to seal fabric designs. We got acquainted with this when we visited the Sicis home showroom. Please be sure to watch this video. It has been released on our channel. We see here also marble designs, and they are taken from nature, but reworked in the author's manner of Sicis. Here are also some fantasy designs. They can be made in various techniques. They can be with additional chrome. They can have a different surface, either glossy or satin. And this gives a certain depth and also opportunities for combination. You can place a mirror sheet inside a single vitreous slab and thus solve the problem with either a decorative element or some kind of functional element that is definitely needed inside the bathroom. Vitreous can be used both on walls and on the floors, and you should not be afraid for any damage, including even scratches. For additional safety, there's a version with an anti-slip R11 coating, which ensures a confident grip on the surface. The change in the look is almost imperceptible, only 10%. You won't even notice. The Vitreous collection already has about 350 designs, and when you consider the different finishes and surfaces, your choice is almost unlimited. Vitreous is perfectly combined with the mosaics, and then you really get a unique solution. In addition, Vitreous can be used as shower partition, as furniture elements, and it even can be bended to an individual shape and create some kind of architectural element inside the bathroom. Or use it as a curved door of the bathroom furniture, for example. Why not? It can also be used outdoors as an architectural element of the building, such as balcony or stairs, and for ventilated facades too. All of these possibilities, including the new collection by architect Marco Piva, we covered in our video from Sicis stand at Chersaia Fair last year, so be sure to check it out. Friends, it is very important to mention that Sicis is the only mosaic factory that actually manufactures its products in Europe. The only enterprise in Europe that manufactures others. Very interesting, very diverse products from Malta. And of course, with every combination with other materials such as marble, metal and the innovative Vitreous. I hope you enjoyed knowing a little more about this unique factory. If so, don't forget to write something nice in the comments below and put your like on this video. Stay with us and it will be no less interesting. Don't miss a story about the Sicis home collection.